Oh, yes. After 5 long years, the Steel City Derby is finally back as a fixture in the Championship. We are previewing the Sheffield Derby on this channel this week, and we're also looking back at the Blackburn result as well. We've got Shaxx with us here. How are you, Shaxx? Big week for you?
I'm all right, mate. Thanks, yeah. It's a big week, yeah. I got a big game at Bristol on Tuesday night, and then obviously we've got us local rivals on Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to preview that game first before we talk about Blackburn. And of course, we're recording this before the Bristol City game, so we do not know how that has gone. We've got a Sheffield Wednesday fan standing by. Before we bring them in to have a chat with you, just talk to us about what this game means as a Blades fan. Is it one you can enjoy? Is it one that you, when you wake up in the morning, you can literally, you have that buzz around the city, or is it horrible?
Horrible. I can't even describe it. I'm dreading it already, to be fair. I mean, I know most people probably think same. It's just that fear of losing, isn't it? Or, I mean, in our case, probably fear of drawing as well. That'd be embarrassing enough.
Talk us through your routine. Is it one you get up early for? Is there any special plans? It's a Sunday game, isn't it? Which is a little bit annoying.
Yeah, I mean, Sunday, my lad plays football normally, but that's cancelled because obviously everybody will be wanting to watch this one. So, I mean, I'll be getting up. I'll be going for a quick drink probably, and then to game with my kids. And then obviously, but both my kids have only started going like last 3-4 years, so they haven't seen a Steel City Derby. And I keep trying to pre-warn them what it's going to be like if result don't go away. They just think. They started going when we were beating everybody in Premier League. Obviously, they had a taste of what it's like on the other side last season, but they just think it's going to be a walk in park because obviously they see their results, they see our results. But I keep trying to explain to them that don't mean anything in this game, nothing. Form goes out the window, as they say.
I was going to ask you about that because, of course, all the bookies have got you obviously red hot favourites for this weekend, even before the 6-2 happened to Wednesday this weekend. Do you believe that as good as you have been, as perhaps as poor as they have been, that counts for nothing?
I don't know about nothing. I mean, it certainly on all known form, stats, everything. We should be beating them. You know what I mean? I do think we're a better side than them. I think we're better. We're just better than them at everything. I think we've got a better defence. I think we've got a better midfield. I think squad values, league tables, what we've done it last few years to what they've done it last few years, everything points to a Blades victory. But we all know that do you know what I mean? That just don't. Anything can happen. Anything. So, like I said, like I said last week at Blackburn, when everything pointed to them with their own form, I think we'll beat them. I do think we'll beat them, but that don't mean that it's going to happen. If that makes sense.
Okay, let's bring in an hour or a couple of hours, shall we, to balance this decision out. Welcome, Matt and Andrew, to the stage. Let me just jump that badge off your face there, Andrew.
Yes. Have a good look at that. Have a good look at
that. Sending me blind.
Have a good look at it. 2-1, semi-final, 93. I was there.
Matt, as a Wednesday fan, how does it feel for you going to Bramall Lane? Describe what it's like as an away fan in these games at Bramall Lane.
Absolutely terrifying, Mark. I'll be honest, when my ticket arrived, I was feeling okay actually about the game until my ticket arrived on I think it was Tuesday last week, and then reality set in of just exactly what Shaxx just been saying of, this has all got a bit real very quickly all of a sudden. And yeah, I agree with you, Shaxx. I think it's one of those games where I don't think anybody, either blue and white or red and white, enjoys them. Like, I don't think there's any sort of like, I'm definitely not I'm looking forward to the game, obviously, but I'm not sat there thinking, I can't wait for Sunday. It's kind of like, that it's coming and you know exactly what those Steel City derbies entail. And they always, they are always kind of like a blood and thunder affair, no matter what scoreline kind of like goes. But it is, as you can probably tell, Mark, it's not often that I'm struggling to collect my thoughts, but it is already starting to set in surrounding that game. So yeah, it'll be a very interesting one on Sunday because as Shaxx was just saying, First time in a long time, all the pressure's on United, and there's not a lot of pressure on Wednesday. We're talking from the perspective of, you mentioned the bookies, you talk any media outlet, you talk anybody who realistically keeps even one eye on the Championship will have one side as, absolute red hot favourites and another side who are, if nothing, inconsistent.
The bookies had Brentford as red hot favourites against us in the League Cup, and they're a far superior team than Sheffield United, and we drew there and could easily have won there. So, I've got a croaky voice. I'm still trying to get it back. But at the end of the day, don't put us down. Trust me, we've got every chance. What I'll say to you, Sheffield United, Mr. Sheffield United, is that you've only scored one more goal than us in the league this season. One more goal. That's all you scored more than us in the league this season. We conceded the goals. Yes, we've conceded the goals recently, but trust me, you're in for a big surprise next Sunday.
Is the league table on points or on goal difference? Is that how they're measuring it? Is that how they measure?
That's fine.
Is that what they measure it on now? Goals for and goals against.
That don't mean to say you're going to win. Just like Brentford were last Tuesday.
Love this.
I can speak.
I'm going to mute you for a second.
Already, Mark. I can have a conversation with Matt, but we've got a. I don't know. No way he found it.
This is a derby which has never been called a friendly derby. As an Everton fan, I hate it when the Merseyside derby gets called a friendly one because it's nothing but that. But this is definitely not a friendly derby, Shaxx, is it?
No, I mean it's strange because I've got a lot of good mates who are Wednesday fans. You know what I mean? Some of my best mates are Wednesday fans. So for 364 days a year, they're my best mates. They're like my brothers. You know what I mean? But then just that one day, maybe day after, depending on how it goes, it kind of all goes out the window. You know what I mean? But we are pretty much. I mean, they're obviously going to say they're a lot bigger than us and blah 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 blah. But we're pretty much the same thing, you know what I mean? We're both not Premier League sides. We're both not Man United, Man City's teams like that. We are where we are, and I think that sometimes that helps this derby because I think that if like when you see your Manchester derbies and your things like they feel a bit plastic to me sometimes. Whereas I think this derby that we have, this rival that we have, it's not about like who's going to come in Champions League places, who's going to spend this, who's going to spend that. It's just two sides. What it genuinely means everything to, and it's not because of the stature and the size of the clubs. It's just what it means to us people in Sheffield. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Well, as a neutral, I'm looking forward to it. I've got my Sunday reserved, free of kids, free of any responsibilities. Got all my chores done. I'm putting my feet up to this. Watch this one. Let's get a score prediction, shall we? Then we'll let the Owls fly off for a bit. We'll talk Blackburn. Matt.
0-0 win.
Andrew, give us a score prediction.
Probably 1-1, but I hope we can beat them. We can beat them.
Shaxx.
I mean, I think like Matt, I think I'd take 1-1, but I think we'll win 2-1. But if it were 1-1, I think we can all go away happy. I think we've not lost, they've not lost, and we roll it on to March for return, and then hopefully the same happens again, and then we all live ever after.
All right, okay. Cheers, Matt. Cheers, Andrew, for joining us. I appreciate that. We'll catch you in a second. All right, Shaxx, let's talk about Blackburn then. Blackburn fans were saying that was the most comprehensive one-way match that they've seen for a while. Was that the way you saw it?
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised, to be fair, at A, how good we were, and B, how poor Blackburn were. I thought when Blackburn, it's summer, when they lost Smodics especially, I thought they were going to struggle, but then obviously this season, the league table and the results has proved that, well, I were wrong, and they're doing actually quite well. And I was surprised at how well we played, especially after playing, I think Middlesbrough about similar in league, had similar sort of results, and I thought at Middlesbrough, I thought they were just an hell of a lot better than what Blackburn were. I thought Stoke, that were at home obviously, but as away games go, if I'm gauging it on like as last one, which were Middlesbrough, night and day, you know what I mean? They were poor. I thought Blackburn really poor. They didn't have a shot on target in 90 minutes.
Yeah, dominant performance, says Jack, against a top 6 contender. We suffocated the life out of. Sousa, Moore and Robbo were outstanding. Big win. Special mention to the ref, who's the worst I've seen in some time. Brilliant performance. Kiefer Moore's best game by far. And I wanted to ask you about that because we've called him out a couple of times in the last couple of weeks. But was that his best game so far on a Wednesday? In a red and white shirt?
Yeah, it were his best game in a red and white shirt. I mean, I've not been one of the ones that's called him out. I think he's quality. I think he links play up well, and I think sometimes you need to look at who's around him. We've touched on that before with Callum Ware, but no, I think Moore's a very astute signing from Wilder. I mean, I know we got him for practical peanuts in today's money, but he really is a good footballer for me.
All right, let's pick the side that plays against Wednesday then, shall we? This Sunday, this was a starting 11 at Ewood Park. I mean, Burrows' first goal. He was a great player, wasn't he, in League One last year? So it's good to see him get off the mark. Sousa again was magnificent by all accounts. Do you make any changes to this side?
I mean, it's going to sound harsh and he's club captain, but I think the only change there is between Robinson and Armadodzic for me. Armadodzic has played obviously every game bar Saturday. So I think you'd have to go back you'd have to put Armadodzic in. Sorry, there's another one there, which would be Brewster. He would probably drop to bench, which would mean that Hamer would start. I mean, I would probably drop O'Hare, but I don't think he will. So I think you'd see Hamer come in for Brewster, and I think you'll see Armadodzic come in for Robinson. Other than that, that's pretty much what I'd go with. And I think that's what he'll start with.
Okay, if you've got any other predictions, you can drop them in the comments below. Finally, before we let you go, it is, of course, fireworks week or bonfire night. Which one player do you think hasn't quite lit up this season the way you expected to? I think I'm going to ban you from saying Callum O'Hare because that's too predictable.
I mean, we've been on that good of form that I can't really pick any other than O'Hare, and I'm probably being a bit harsh to O'Hare because it's probably because all the rest of them have been an 8 out of 10 most weeks that when he gets a 6, it stands out. But I think Brewster, I mean, he did look good. There were one game where he played all right. I mean, he weren't brilliant, but he was all right. But he's had that rocket. He's needed that rocket for 4 years. You know what I mean? Not just this season. I don't know if he needs a goal. He just needs something. You know. So for me, it'd be Brewster.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Shaxx, for joining us this week. Enjoy the derby if you can. Enjoy it. We'll catch you back next week, of course, to review how that's gone. If you're still able to talk, one way or the other.
I'll take it either way. I won't. If we lose, you will not. I won't run away. But we're not going to lose.
Thank you very much for watching. Drop us a subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you the other side of the Sheffield City derby. I'm so glad. Sorry, the Steel City derby. I'm so glad it's back. It's been a long time coming. See you next week.